Welcome to An Elegant Weapons, the History of Toy Lightsabers series. My name is J.M. Clark, and this is the Anakin Skywalker edition. Our story begins in 2002 with the release of Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. It's been 11 years since we last saw little Annie in The Phantom Menace, and he has grown into a full-fledged Jedi Padawan with his very own laser sword. The first toy versions of this laser sword to be released are the Anakin Skywalker electronic lightsaber from Hasbro, and the Ruby's Anakin Skywalker costume lightsaber. Anakin built this, his first lightsaber, after traveling to Ilum, finding his kyber crystal, and constructing the hilt under the tutelage of the Jedi lightsaber instructing droid Hu Yang. As to when this occurred exactly, in the Marvel comic books Obi-Wan and Anakin is 12 years old, whereas in The Phantom Menace, he is 9, meaning he had to have constructed this lightsaber somewhere within that 3-year period. And to join along with him in his Jedi training, Hasbro released the Anakin Skywalker Interactive Jedi Training Lightsaber.
May the Force be with you.
One would interact with this lightsaber to learn the ways of the Force, not to mention it being a seriously chromed out toy.
Remember, the Force will be with you, always.
Anakin would have a contentious relationship with his first lightsaber, often misplacing or damaging it. It would meet its ultimate fate after being severed in half in the droid factory on Geonosis during Anakin and Padme's rescue attempt of Obi-Wan Kenobi. It would be after his limb-losing duel with Count Dooku that Anakin would build his second lightsaber and become absolutely obsessed with lightsaber dueling. This second lightsaber was very similar to its predecessor, but it was lacking the large emitter shroud and it had a much bulkier, heavier handling to it. In time, this weapon would become an artifact of legend, anchoring the entire Star Wars saga together and passing through the hands of many. It was with this lightsaber that the floodgates were opened. It began with the Anakin Skywalker electronic lightsaber, and the Ruby's costume version, then the multicolored kids versions, the color-changing version, the Force Action version, the green Force Action version, and the Ultimate Effects version. And those are just the ones that are labeled Anakin. There would be many more of his lightsaber produced and reproduced, but labeled and packaged as either Luke's or Rey's. As I said, this lightsaber would pass through many hands. It went from Anakin's to Obi-Wan, who took it after defeating Anakin in their duel on Mustafar, who gave it to Luke, who then lost it after having his hand chopped off on Cloud City, after which it somehow found its way to Maz Kanata, who then gave it to Finn, who then lost it trying to duel Kylo Ren, then retrieved by Rey, who then force teleported it to Ben Solo. Yes, that's right, force teleportation. I am still having a little trouble with that one. This lightsaber has been through a lot, both good and bad, from being labeled with the moniker Youngling Slayer 3000 to being ripped in half due to a Force dyad. During the Clone Wars, Anakin became a general in the Grand Army of the Republic, donning Jedi armor that would be the inspiration for the look of his Forge lightsaber. And although being a little bit in the gray area as far as being labeled toys, Master Replicas did produce versions of both of Anakin's first and second lightsabers. They also made a version of his third lightsaber, but that's for another video. And that is the Anakin Skywalker edition of the History of Toy Lightsabers series. For An Elegant Weapon, I'm J.M. Clark, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe, as there is much more to come.